Hi, it's the 3rd of November and I hope you are well. I've got this huge spot. Oh, can you see it? Not great. Anyway, today is Friday and I didn't go to the gym this morning because Friday is usually my day off unless I've had to miss another morning during the week, but this morning I went Monday to Thursday. So yeah, didn't go to the gym this morning, tried to sleep in, but Steve woke up to go to his nursing prac. It was his last day. So yeah, he's finished his uni now, his second degree. He's already a paramedic, but went back to do nursing. But he got up at like 6 o'clock and then I just really struggled to keep sleeping. So I got up and I went for a walk just around the streets. It was really nice. I didn't have, for the first half, it's like a 5k walk. I wasn't listening to anything. I was just trying to pay attention to all of the plants on all the different houses. So one thing I like doing, I feel like it's like walking meditation almost. When I'm walking, often what I try to do is I look for the front door of each house, and that just forces me to really like look at the house. It's so funny, whenever I do it, I realize that I haven't actually seen like a lot of the houses that I drive past or walk past every day. But today I was just focusing on finding all, like just looking at all the plants, because I saw this really beautiful house, which is near where I do coaching. And it just had all this jasmine. I didn't know it was jasmine, but I took a photo and Steve was like, oh, that's white jasmine. I took a photo and yeah, it was just draped so nicely all over the railing, and I was like, oh my god, I want that at our house, which is going unconditional today. Everything's all been good. Everything's gone smoothly. And yeah, so it should be ours next week if all the settlement money side of things goes smoothly. Like, we've been approved for finance, but it's just in terms of like them organizing the checks and everything and the time to do it and all of that. So very exciting. But I was just looking at the plants and enjoying that, and then on the way back I was listening to an episode of the Life Coach School podcast, her most recent episode at the time I'm recording this, on thoughts, positive and negative thoughts, and like allowing negative thoughts, and it's just like so good. I've had actually a whole day listening to Brooke Castillo, because then I came home, had my breakfast smoothie, and then literally did Self-Coaching Scholars, her online course, for like 3 hours. It's my day off. This is what I do on my day off. More personal development stuff. But I was doing her course on entrepreneurship. It's so good. Like, I can't even deal with how amazing it is for the price it is, and how much I'm learning. I feel like Steve's about to come in. No. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing basically all day. I'm just going over to help my grandma for a little bit before going to work, and that's basically it. It's been a really nice day. I've just really been enjoying learning, and I also dyed my eyebrows again. I just use this 1000 hour brow 1000 hour dye. So this is like my eyebrows with nothing in them. I'm so pleased, because normally whenever I used to do it, I just didn't have enough hair in here for there to even be anything, but I've finally grown enough hair. Years of hard work. Still not perfect, but way better. Go and look at some old photos of me. Oh, where could you find them? Maybe on Instagram. Go look at my eyebrows. They did not used to be good. Anyway, so yeah, I've just been learning a lot about entrepreneurship, offering value, and like, Brooke talks a lot. I love it because she just practices what she preaches, but she really talks about making like an irresistible offer and providing value ahead of time. So as you guys know, I'm obsessed with her podcast, and I had listened to that for like 2 years. Oh my god, what am I doing? 2 years before I signed up for Self-Coaching Scholars, and I had, like, she gave me so much value for free, that I completely trusted her, that her course would be amazing, and it is. And yeah, she's just such a good example of what's possible, which she always talks about being, her goal is to be an example of what's possible, and I love that. And I want that to be my goal too. So hot. I've got a huge fan here. So yeah, that's basically all I have been doing today. I'm not sure really what else to chat about, but I've just been learning so much. I feel like just all the personal development work I've been doing in the last few months, like, I can just feel a huge shift in the way that I'm thinking. And it's not even that, and this is what Brooke talks about a lot, it's not that I'm suddenly, like, my life feels good all the time, that I don't have any negative emotions, but I'm so much more aware of them and beginning to just not resist them, like actually be willing to feel them, because when we resist them, we really just like overeat, watch too much Netflix. We just do things that we don't want to do, and we feel like we're not in control of ourselves. And I was talking about it briefly yesterday, but I've been eating really healthy again. And it's just reminded me, like, it's so easy to eat healthy. And if you've never, like, that might not be a thought you've ever had, that it's easy, but it actually, if you think it can be easy, it can be easy. If you think it's complicated, it'll be complicated. I just eat the same things every day. I have a smoothie that I've been talking about with oats, half a cup of oats, a scoop of protein powder, a frozen banana, and a teaspoon of peanut butter. I was having it with unsweetened almond milk, and then when I ran out one day, I just tried it with water, and it tastes exactly the same. So I've just been having it with water, and have that. For lunch, I have chicken and vegetables and sweet potato, which is what I've had for like at least a year. And I usually just have like a yogurt in the afternoon with some muesli at work, and then I have whatever we have here for dinner. Steve or Steve's mum normally cooks, but when we move, I'll be meal prepping on my dinners. So it's just really hot. So yeah, it's just reminded me that it is so easy, and that I was just stressing about it really so that I could have a distraction from not, like, it was an excuse for me not to like grow my business and to grow as a person, and like just really sort of a self-sabotage thing. So sneaky though. Also, after having very little sugar for the last week, really, my cravings have just gone so much. But I always make sure when I'm eating healthy, not to ever demonize sugar, flour, all of those things. And like last night, I had some sour lollies with Steve when we were watching Netflix. So watching Mindhunter at the moment. Actually, last night we watched Riverdale. And I try, like, I do it sometimes, and I always try to catch myself when I do, but I make a really big effort to never say that food is good or bad, and that I'm good or bad based on what I eat. And it's just something that people say so often. Yeah, I was really good today, I was really bad today, I don't want to eat that, that's bad, that's good. I just try to think of it all as nutrition, because my body can't tell good or bad in a sense of like, it just gets all the nutrients, and those nutrients might help me or they might not really help me. But I just find it that all or nothing sort of mindset and saying it's good and it's bad, and I just don't think it's helpful at all. So I really make an effort to not say good or bad, and to not say I'm good or I'm bad, because you might notice if you think about it, depending, you might say I had a good day, I had a bad day, I was bad today. Or like people like, I'm going to be really bad and have a slice of cake. Like, I don't like thinking of it like that, because that just makes me want more cake. I'd rather have cake, enjoy it, and just get on with life. So I love sweet food. Like, it's not like, and I think this is something as well that people that are really struggling with healthy eating, like, try to believe that people who eat healthy just don't have the same desire for sugar and flour, but it's like that chemical reaction that I think most of us would say it has that really addictive quality. But I really want it, but more than that, I want the feeling of like, I feel physically different when I've eaten healthy. Like right now I feel much more energetic, I feel lighter, I feel like my stomach just feels like not bloated, and it just is so much nicer to have that feeling all day than like 5 minutes of enjoying cake but often not even enjoying it, because if we're like guilting ourselves or calling it bad, then we don't even enjoy it. So yeah, I just try to remove any like good and bad around it, and I find that helps me. But I also just find that reminding myself it is really easy, and the only time it's hard is when there's mental drama coming into it. And it also helps as well to, like, I had some sugar last night, but I didn't have too much. I just had enough that I was satisfied and stopped, and I didn't make that mean that there was no point that I had ruined healthy eating. I just was like, I'm gonna have some lollies, I'm gonna enjoy them, and then I'll go back and then I'll keep eating healthy, not I'm being bad. And then anyway, I just find that kind of language really can kick in the all or nothing, and that by not saying good and bad and not trying to view everything as a whole, but rather like each time I decide to eat, making the best decision that I can for my health and for the way I feel. So yeah, I feel like I'm finally back on track with that, and it was just like a way to keep me struggling and stressed so that I couldn't grow. It was kind of like the same thing with not scheduling my videos, that I was letting myself be stressed by not batching the uploads, so that I had an excuse not to do the other things that are really important and that are potentially more scary, because people can reject me, people might not. I'm holding a tampon wrapper. That's on my desk. Yeah, so I think that's sort of at the moment where I'm feeling like that has come from, but I'm back into healthy eating and meal prepping, and I just feel like so much more balanced. I was talking about yesterday how it just creates this baseline of integrity and follow through that carries over. So when I'm being really consistent with healthy eating, not only do I feel better, but then because I'm in that, getting back into that habit of following through with my plans, it's easier to follow through with the plans I make for my blog, the commitments I make to other people. Like, it just all becomes easier because that muscle's stronger. So I did end up finding something to talk about. But yeah, I'm gonna go now, help my grandma. I saw something has arrived in my PO box that I got, my first piece of mail, so I'm gonna go get that on the way. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.